I was gone in Miami and I couldn't do anything streaming related or video related, so I had to try and put some stuff out in advance and have like the slow release videos happen. So that kind of how that was. But now that we're back here, what I want to do is I do want to do more streams like this where I'm just going to be sitting and talking with you guys. And I'm also going to be transitioning over to doing more music as well too. I've been trying to get a lot of that set up today. So once I have everything set up the way I want it to, then I'm going to start practicing and stuff here so that I can go and do live performances. I was doing I did a live performance, I should say. I did a live performance when I was in Miami, and it was just like not an open mic. It was like a karaoke night, but they had like a stage and it was actually pretty legit. And it was fun. It actually went really well. It's kind of like a potentially from out of nowhere type of thing for you guys if you don't know that I do that stuff, but I've been doing music for like 17 years. So I want to try and tap into that and then also bring it to the stream as well too, just because at this point in time, doing Smash and all that stuff is good, but I do want to branch out and just become bigger. And what I mean by bigger is just more successful with the stream, more successful on content creation, more successful just going out into the world and doing stuff with music. So for me, that's something that I really want to do. I guess I could segue into that a little bit. And I know like I have a lot of questions now. At one point I had no questions, now I have like 10, but I'm going to just try and finish this up as far as answering this question. And this could also be very useful for you guys as well too. This is one of those things with regards to doing music. It really does translate into Smash as far as having confidence. This could even actually tie in a little bit into strategizing about other things in life too. But with regards to music or performing live specifically, there's a certain level of confidence that you have to have within yourself, almost to a level of arrogance. I'm not saying arrogance in a bad way, but I guess it's almost being actually prideful of something, taking pride in anything at all. Because for me, I will say with regards to Smash, spoilers, I don't really take a lot of pride in Smash. I really just don't. I don't hate Smash. It's not that. But if I beat someone, I don't really care. And if I lose, I don't really care. However, with regards to music, I definitely do care as far as going and playing well, sounding good, not making mistakes, those types of things. That's something that I care about. I can say if you're someone who's trying to be a competitive player and you're trying to get more confidence when you're playing, as far as going into tournaments not feeling incredibly shook, it's the same thing with music. The number one way to do that is to do it more. It sounds almost like there should be a secret shortcut where you can do some behind the scenes crazy magic thing that you can just makes you confident out of nowhere, or read a bunch of books or something, or watch a bunch of videos. Like really, realistically, you can watch videos to get the information or get the knowledge, but you still have to go out there and do it. So as far as going and competing and trying to not be scared of, let's say, jumping off stage and edge guarding somebody, or going for a specific combo, or going into a matchup you know is a losing matchup, but not switching off of your main and then just throwing with a random character that you don't actually play. It's a level of confidence where it's like, okay, I've done this 100 times, or I've done this 1,000 times, or whatever it might be. So for you, if it's like, okay, the confidence that I'm trying to gain is going into a matchup and not feeling shook or not feeling, I guess, scared. It realistically does boil down to even doing money matches. Doing money matches, going to your tournaments, practicing with the players. Money matches are almost better for experience. Actually, I almost go as far as to say that money matches are better for experience with regards to tournaments and tournament nerves, because if you money match, you can fight against whoever you want, provided that they accept. Because there's some situations where it's like you will never get a chance to fight a top player because you will always get knocked out of bracket before you get to them. But if you money match them, you get to go straight to the front of the line. You're probably still going to lose, but it's the experience that you need where it's like, okay, I might lose, but how much better is this top player or high level player compared to me? Because they might feel like they're this omnipotent god who's just like untouchably better than you. Then you fight them and it's like, oh wow, I lost. I might have even gotten two stocked, but it was actually closer than I thought. And I lost because I was super nervous, I was super scared or whatever. So you kind of can get over those nerves by doing it in a setting like that. Then if you happen to fight them in bracket, it's like, okay, I know what they're about for the most part. I know what to look out for. I know how much better they are than me. And I know where and why I made my mistakes from before. So you have to try and put yourself in those higher pressure situations as often as you possibly can. Something that I do, or I have done for years with regards to doing music. And that's why for me, they go so hand in hand. And I know we're talking about being like prideful in it, but we'll get back to that in a second. But with regards to music, it's like, how do I get less stage fright? Go on stage. What? I know, I can't believe this either. It's insane. How do I become a better singer in public? Sing in public. What? Again, actually insane. I know. Incredible advice. I know. But it's the truth. That's what you have to do. How do you get better at playing guitar in public? How do you get better at singing and playing guitar in public? How do you get better at playing when people are heckling you, or in a bar, if you're playing on the street, if you're playing, I don't know, for a recording or at a recital or some shit like that? It's like, do all of them. Do it all. Nonstop, all the time. And then eventually it's like, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter what's happening in front of you or around you, because it's like, I've had all of this happen before. And a quick story time for you guys. So if you were here yesterday, you might have heard the story a little bit, but when I was at this open mic, and we can kind of tie this into Smash a little bit afterwards just because we can, but when I was at this open mic, I went up and I was going to sing my very first song, and I haven't gone out and played anything in public in like over 3 years, like since like 2019, 2018, so like what's that, 4 years, 5 years, something, I don't know, very long time. And as soon as I started to perform, a big circle of girls just started to stand in front of me, and they're super drunk and they were dancing and having a good time, whatever. And one girl actually got up on stage and pulled her phone out and was like right in my face, recording her and myself at the same time. And I was 100,000% not fazed. All right. No girl in the entire world could ever faze me. Okay. So as soon as that happened, believe it or not, the like bouncer slash DJ, which is like a weird thing, the bouncer slash DJ of the club comes over and he grabs my arm and he's like, do you want me to get them out of here? I'm like, I don't care. Not like I don't care because I want them to stay, but I don't care because I've been in this situation before. I didn't even mess up my words, didn't mess up anything. It's like, this is literally just happening around me. I don't care. And this is something that's happened to me in the past when I was busking. Back when this is a super long time ago now at this point, I want to say like 7 or 8 years ago, when I was busking out on the street, same thing would happen, and people were way more belligerent and way more drunk, and they'd ask to play your guitar, and people were like dancing on you, and people were like throwing money in your guitar case, and people were like putting their arm around you and shit like that, and they're just doing whatever they wanted to because you're just a guy and you have no security of any kind. I remember there's one time when I was busking, there's a guy that was dancing in front of like me and my one friend because we were busking together, and he just took his shirt off and started spinning it, and then there's like a big, like, I don't know, people like freaking out and dancing, and people were like, I don't know, like twerking in front of us and shit and screaming and all this stuff so loudly that we couldn't even hear ourselves. But me and my friend, we were both like stone faced. We're like, what else is new? I don't care. We're here to do what we're here to do, and if you want to do that, I'm happy you're enjoying what's going on, but I'm just not fazed. So as far as the idea going back to how do you have no stage fright, how do you have confidence as a player in Smash, all these things, like be in the situation at all times, or as often as you possibly can, which I have done for years. For music, it's been way longer than obviously than for Smash, but it does translate. So you gotta, what I could say for you guys is look in your life, look back in your life, and just ask yourself, do you have anything? And this is where the pride thing comes back into play. Do you have anything in life that you do that you are prideful in, where it's like, yo, if someone challenges me to this, they're fucking losing. There's no chance you're better than me at this thing. If you don't have that thing, or maybe that thing is Smash, maybe it is. But if you don't have that thing, or maybe you can't think of it right this second, try and go back through your life and think, okay, well, what have I done? Not even as an accomplishment, but like as a thing that you're proud of. What's something that you've done that you're proud of? Maybe you're a super good artist as far as like drawing, painting. Maybe you're a super good dancer. I don't know. Maybe you're just super knowledgeable on a subject of some sort. Maybe you are a good singer, right? Or maybe it's video game related, or maybe you're just like, I don't know, into weightlifting, or you're a really fast runner, or I don't know, whatever it might be. Do you try and pull from that experience and say, okay, let's say, for example, if you're someone who used to run track, it's like, yo, I was literally the fastest person in my school, fastest person at my college, high school, whatever. I went to state, regionals, everything. I was a fucking man. If you want to challenge me to a foot race right now, I bet you $1,000 that you'll lose. Like, what is that thing for you? Because I'm sure you guys, here's the thing. If you've gotten this far in life and you genuinely don't have that thing, this might feel like a bit of a heartbreaker, I suppose. But if you don't have that thing, you should want to have that thing. You should be striving to get that thing. If you're trying to get it in Smash, all the power to you. But I feel like even outside of Smash, and this is where I want to try and like branch out a little bit, is even outside of Smash, if you were to take Smash away from you, do you have anything that you want to be good at? Maybe you've always wanted to be good at it. I've talked to other players in the past, and they say like, I'm kind of at this point in life where Smash is all I have. If you took Smash away from me, I'm not good at anything. Not good as a content creator, not good at, I don't know, singing or being in shape. Not good at being in shape, but like good at fitness or like weightlifting or competing, or like I'm not musically talented or whatever it might be. I just, Smash is the only thing I have. I don't know. If at least for me, when I see people in that position, and I know we're kind of just ranting at this point, but when I see people that are in that position, it's like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys can fill this in for me a little bit in the chat. But do you not sometimes want more for yourself? Is that just me? Like, I think for some players, or for some people, what they want that is more for themselves is being good at Smash. And I guess that's fine. But even for me at the age that I'm getting to, for those of you that don't know, I'm 31. I don't want to be a god at Smash. Maybe if I was like 19 or 22, it'd be more in my wheelhouse, but it's just not, it's not a thing for me. I'm not saying I want to be bad at it. I still like to coach it. I still like to do content on it. But as far as saying I want to be better than MKLeo, that has never crossed my mind a single day in my entire life with regards to Smash. Whether or not people are going to say, oh, it's because you could never do it. That's why you don't want it. It's because you can't. It's like, okay. And that's totally fine. But like I said, I'm also 6 or 7 years older than MKLeo. He can be better than me at video games, bro. Totally fine. Outside of that, what does he have? What does a lot of players have? I don't know. Some of these players, maybe they do have some stuff going on for them. But like I said, with regards to music, if there's anything in life that I'm actually prideful of, or that I actually care about, or like not necessarily I have to be better than other people, but like you don't want to do it against me, bro. You just fucking don't. For me, it's music. It's not Smash.